WCPO TV turns 70 years old on Friday. An important part of our newscast for decades, of course, covering the weather. And one of the first to do it is Paula Schultz-Wanners. Paula became the weather girl back in 1958. Viewers tuned in for her Paula Predicts show every night, and she became one of the most famous faces in Channel 9 history. And Paula now joins us on set. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's always fun to be in the studios.
You had no intention of being on television, did you?
No, I went to college to be a mechanical engineer, but when the school
crazy.
You know, there's an interpretation that Weather Girl somehow you didn't know what you were doing, but gosh, you really knew what was going on. You had everything happening.
I had a plaque that said that I was authorized by the United States Weather Bureau as an official broadcaster.
She had a seal. That's what we got.
In other words, I was not a meteorologist.
No, but the point of my story, what I'm trying to say though, is a lot of folks would say, oh, it was just a pretty face that was up there too and everything else. But you were a lot more than that, is what I'm saying.
Well, I did a lot of other things.
Yeah, you did.
I did Romper Room, and in those days we did everything except move the cameras.
Not allowed to do that.
No, we were the wrong union.
You still have your pen. That's the kind of pen you would use back in the day, right?
That is what I would write on the, it used to be paper, but then they went to that erasable fiberglass.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to erase it. Somebody else did it for me.
You said that you were the women's news director. You want to tell everyone what that was, because newsrooms are so different now.
Well, and that was in the afternoon. Oh. I was never hardcore at night.
Hardcore news. You had to do fluffy news.
I did things like fashion shows and makeup and celebrity women that would come to town. And I did get to travel with Pat Nixon on the campaign train.
Yes, you did.
Which was very interesting at that time. But if it was hard news, then it went to the men.
I got one for you. What part of doing the weather did you enjoy most? What was it, the presentation? Was it putting together? What part was interesting to you?
Well, part of it was I got to wear lots of clothes from lots of stores, and I had
isn't that fantastic?
Because my hand was always working with the this little marker. I got to wear lots of pretty jewelry and things that came from Hershey Jewelers in those days.
Oh, Hershey's,
the Briggs man was
sure,
that's what
yeah, that's right.
Was it odd to be one of the few women in a newsroom filled with men, or was it kind of fun?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and you sometimes had an opinion for them of a story that they were trying to do, and they took advantage of what you thought.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, so let me ask you, I don't know, how long were you actually in broadcasting here at Channel 9?
I came to work here. I graduated from college on February 4th, started work here on February 9th.
Wow.
And within 3 months, I was on the air, doing the weather, doing commercials. I had been hired as a director. Okay. I was supposed to direct shows, but
Unbelievable. That's really
And
awesome.
how long did you stay? Yeah, how long did you stay?
I got married in April of 1962.
Okay.
And that's when we bought the station in Palm Beach. And we went down there, and I did do some on the air work down there.
That's fantastic.
But by the middle of the summer, I was traveling with an executive, and it was pretty busy being an executive's wife.
Yeah, you went on to marry Mort Waters, who was the man who actually started the station, like physically started the station. So it went on to have an amazing career past that too. I do wonder what you think of TV news and how we operate now. I mean, you watch still, so you know.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I'm very prejudiced. I watch Channel 9.
You'd better be.
And Steve, you're so accurate, Steve.
Well, that's nice of you to say. Thank you.
I think that television is not as much fun as it used to be. It was very relaxed. If somebody came in and wanted to try a new show, Mort would let you do it. And you might pick up people off the street. Like when I did Romper Room the first time.
Yeah.
We've got 9 little kids that were down on the street, and we brought them up.
Literally took them off the street and said, come on in here, we're doing a show.
That's how Uncle Al started out.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
Yeah. It was hot in the studios, and he had the doors open, and the little kids would come up and watch, and he'd call them in.
Give me a one-word answer, yes or no. Do you miss it?
Do you know how nice it is to sleep late in the mornings? I used to go to I would go to the beauty parlor because I was on the air every day, and sometimes three and four times a day. I would go to the beauty parlor at 7:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And in those days, there was no traffic on Columbia Parkway. And
Yeah, a little different.
then the rest of the day, I went for fittings to clothes that I was going to wear on
wow.
television, get my hair done and different things. And I was changing clothes.
Can I just say how wonderful it is to have you
It's
here as a
fun.
pioneer
It's so
of this
fun.
television station. Thank you so
You're
much.
Should I
Sure.
toss the weather to
I
him?
think you should. You get us out of this segment and get us on the weather.
Here's my marker. If you
Do you mind if I use it?
Be my guest.
Then let's go. All right, let's show you what's up in the forecast here for
And tomorrow, by the way, let's just
you're going to get a
quickly
little shot
say,
in there.
we
Yeah.
got to plug in. We have tomorrow, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right here on 9 Your Side. Watch an hour long of our anniversary special. Please, we've worked so hard on this. It's just going to be so much fun to watch, I
Yeah,
promise.
there's been a lot of folks who've worked hard on this. So let's get to weather
Yes.
then. And I'm all set, and I feel pretty honored to be able to do this.